All right, y'all. So listen, ex NFL player, all right, that played for the Arizona Cardinals was arrested, all right, in at baggage claim. All right, he just walked out of baggage claim for an alleged shooting at an apartment complex. All right. Now, for some reason, they thought, all right, they thought that the shooter, he was a shooter, when the complaint said that it was a white male. And you want to get even crazier? It was a white female, actually. Now, I'm going to play for y'all the video, and y'all can see this for yourself in 4K. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I'm about it.
Get on the ground, both of you. On the ground. Lay on the ground. What's happening?
Mesa and Phoenix police handcuffing Lesey and his daughter.
Why are you guys arresting us?
Mesa police told Lesey his car matched a description for a homicide suspect at a Mesa apartment about 10 minutes away.
We had eyes on you for a while. Where were you coming from?
I'm coming from Scottsdale.
New notices of claim filed this week by civil rights attorney Benjamin Taylor.
Doesn't make any sense why so much force was used here. Here's a picture of the body camera. He's face down. Officers there, they had guns blazing. Doesn't make any sense.
Police telling ABC 15 in April, officers made the decision to detain Lesey, worried a shooting suspect may enter the busy airport. Officers at the airport learning from police at the apartment shooting scene that the suspect there was described by witnesses as a white man, then letting Lesey go. The notice of claim alleges this was the actual suspect.
As you take a look at that, do you see the resemblance between you and him?
No, and that, it's angering to me. I mean, I don't even have the words. This looks nothing like me.
During the 5 minutes he was in handcuffs, body camera video shows Lesey appearing to keep a composed demeanor.
Jay, calm down, calm down, calm down.
He now says it was an act of self-preservation for himself and his daughter.
If I make a wrong move, that it's over. I'm thinking that we are both dead like that. If I look the wrong way, if I make the wrong sound, if I move, if they think that I'm threatening, it's over.
Mesa police told me they're unable to discuss pending litigation. Lesey's attorney told me if they don't receive a response from Phoenix or Mesa, they'll file suit. Fort Hatchett, ABC 15, Arizona.
Yeah, like this is one of those situations where the city just needs to come out and just like the police department needs to come out and just say, look, we're sorry. We made a mistake. Like you would gain so much respect from the community as a whole. So much respect if officers were willing to admit mistake. Like, you know what? Hey, look, our bad. We made a mistake. Our bad. We jumped to conclusions. Now, granted, he was there picking up his daughter, because they said they tracked him from Scottsdale. But he just went from Scottsdale to the airport to pick up. That's it. And my thing is, if y'all were tracking him, y'all would have known whether or not he came from the apartment complex or not. Like, make this make sense. I think where the apartment complex was, it was on the other side of town. You know what? Matter of fact, hold on. All right, so here we go. Here's the truth. So former NFL player Wesley Leslie has filed a claim against Mesa and Phoenix Police Department after he and his daughter were mistakenly held at gunpoint. The April incident, this happened in April, occurred when police mistook Lesey for a murder suspect whose physical description did not match his physical description and race did not match his. Lesey and his attorney are pursuing the claim to prevent the incident from being swept under the rug. Former Arizona Cardinals linebacker Wesley Leslie has blah, blah, blah. He says, not a day passes that I don't think me and my daughter could have been dead on the ground that day. That's facts. 6 months later, Leslie and his daughter are forever changed by what police called mistaken identity. That's insane. That's insane. You're talking about mistaken identity when the suspect is white. You arrest a black guy. Like, I can understand. Let's say let's give the police the benefit of the doubt, right? Let's say the cars really truly did match, right? The moment a black guy steps out, you gotta go, you know what? Hey, our bad. Also, you have dreams waking up that you're dead or on the ground, blood spilling on the ground, and you're so waking up panicked, sort of feeling yourself to see if you're okay. Yeah, yeah, that type of thing is traumatic, man. Being held at gunpoint is traumatic. I don't care. Like the moment you're held at gunpoint, because you feel like you're not in control of your life anymore. Uh, the former player and Scottsdale resident was being a dad and picking his daughter up from the airport. Lesey recalled the moment his life flashed before his eyes, listening to his daughter's cry for help. It's a moment that still haunts him, knowing the outcome could have been very different that day, and there was nothing he could do to protect his daughter. Wow. Body camera footage shows the father and daughter on the ground, surrounded by dozens of officers, all with guns drawn, lasers pointed at Lesey. I give her a hug, and she's telling me about her day, and so I pop the trunk, go to put our bags in the car, recall, and that's when everything changed. Can you imagine laying on the ground with your daughter right beside you, thinking that somebody is going to die? Somebody makes a wrong move, and your daughter is crying. She's the only daughter that I do have. So this is flashing through my mind like a second. It could all just be over. Notice of claim shows a photo provided by Mesa PD of the suspect, a white male. Oh, it is a male. Okay, I thought it was a woman. It ended up being a girl. He looks like a girl. But instead, they detained a father with no criminal record. At the time, the police said they mistook him for a suspect of a murder who was driving a similar vehicle, and it wasn't. The attorney saying it wasn't a case of mistaken identity. It was a this is a case of common sense, and they're trying to sweep it under the rug, and that's why you have to bring notice of claim to make sure that this is not swept under the rug, and make sure the public and the world understands that these things happen to everyday totally innocent people. They don't discuss pending lawsuits. Yeah, this is trash. This is trash. They're trash. That whole police department is trash. They're trash. I'm glad Wesley, Leslie, and his daughter are okay, and they're not another Tamir Rice or Trayvon Martin or Sandra Bland type situation. And there's so many more people I could list. That is the saddest part about it all. Like there's a like if I pulled up the list right now of all the black people who've lost their lives at the hand of law enforcement, who were not necessarily, well, Trayvon didn't even lose his to law enforcement. He lost it to a vigilante that chased after him with a gun. And it's just unfortunate. Like we and people are allowed to critique them online, but then if you know what I'm saying, do challenges and all that, but then if you mention anything about you're getting canned, like that's crazy. That's crazy. We got to have some equal standards because again, just the same way people see themselves in him and the other guy, black people see themselves in all these other people. You know what I'm saying? Every single last black person that was, in those incidents, especially when they're unarmed. You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on, like people see themselves in George Floyd, like, and it's not like it's seeing yourself in him is meaning you empathize with him and you sympathize with him and you understand his humanity. That doesn't mean he's a hero. That does not mean he's a martyr. And I want people to understand that. Black people aren't crazy. We aren't stupid. We understand he's not a hero. But we do understand that could easily have been one of us. And just like this scenario, he could have easily ended up a statistic as well. His daughter could have ended up a statistic. And it wasn't even the right person. They kill him. They kill the daughter. Who the family then sues, gets millions and millions of dollars, but that don't bring those people back. That doesn't do it. That's not true justice. And people get to keep their jobs, more than likely. Anyway, I'm up out of here. Thank y'all so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe.